Yeah! Yes! What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a late morning video where I do a morning video, but it's late morning, brunch time, and it is what it is. But a late Tuesday morning, almost lunchtime video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Happy birthday to this channel, 9. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below in my motherfucking pants, bitches. Otherwise known as the description box. Show them your love and support on this channel and my other channels as well. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap and slap that motherfucking bell. Treat it like it's your fucking bitch. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing, and if you do, well, fuck you, man. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, hit the bell, notify, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. And if you do, well, unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the bell again, or keep hitting that goddamn bell until you get notified. Pretty simple as that. Don't forget to like the video, shove that like button straight up Susan's you-know-what, so we can get the algorithm going and everything. And subscribe to this very channel. 1,229 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get on a road to 1,250 and hopefully to 1,300 by the end of the year. But we'll see what happens with that. So subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channels as well. They're all in the description box. And follow me on social media if you feel like it. If you dare, if I dare to friend you. But you have to be a real person. If you're a fake, get the fuck off my social media platform. But it is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. So do all that right now. That's it. Alright, like I said, it is a Tuesday morning, almost Tuesday afternoon. It's almost 12 o'clock here in the Northeast. Raining cats and dogs. Really bleh day today. Very cold today. Not cold, but you know, like a late spring, fall-ish type day. Raining like crazy. It is what it is. I finished work early today. I was supposed to go to physical therapy, but I had to reschedule. So I have to go tomorrow. So decided to just reschedule from today because I got other things to do today. I'm too busy to run out and do all the shit that I have to do. Because I'm very busy today. I'm a very busy guy, as always, making the money you wish you had. And that's pretty much it. So, but wherever you may be, hope you're having a great Tuesday. Right after Labor Day, and now we are getting ready for the end of summer. We still got this week and next week to go, so we got really 2 weeks to go before the beautiful season of fall begins. The leaves change and they fall, and the weather gets a little bit cooler, which is great. Get rid of this garbage summer that we had. We didn't have a bad summer, per se. I mean, it did get hot, but not extremely hot. Like 100-degree weather or anything like that. We really didn't hit 100 this year, which is kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. Now we're starting, you know, September. We're going into October. Hurricane season is upon us, so you know, hurricanes might be forming. We already got one in the Atlantic already, but that's gonna go all the way to Bermuda, and nobody gives two shits about that. But it will kind of not hit Puerto Rico. Thankfully, you know, Issa lives in Puerto Rico. I don't want anything bad to happen to my beautiful Puerto Rican princess Issa, because that would be bad. So Puerto Rico's got to get spared, and it might get some rain, and she'll lose power like 6,000 times. Well, it is what it is. But so yeah, that hurricane's going to go out to sea. Thank the Lord for that. But You know, we're in the heart, well, not really in the heart of hurricane season, because I think it ramps up this month and going into next month. And then by November-ish, beginning of November, it's basically done. So very not an active hurricane season so far. They said 14 storms, I think. 12 to 14. I forgot how many were supposed to be major hurricanes, but hopefully none around this area, like the Northeast. Hopefully not. And wherever you may be, you hopefully don't get a hurricane. Unless you live in California, you know, you have to worry about earthquakes. But, you know, if you live in Florida, you live in the South Carolina area, the East Coast, basically, or in Texas, Louisiana area, you might have to worry about it for the fucking time. And then we're back. I guess you call me mid-rant at that point, but it is what it is. Sorry about that. As always, my or I redo it 6,000 more fucking times. We're back. Alright. Like I said, two big things. Alright, we're back. I apologize for the interruptions and everything. I can't win with my fucking internet. You know, with the router, I have to get a new router. Eventually, I'll do it, but I'm too fucking lazy not to do it. But anyway, we're back again. But this time I'm not on Wi-Fi, so it goes on and off, so I get interrupted. So I'm on regular 4G. So, but anyway, now before we get interrupted again, as the title below says, before we get to the Raw review from last night, we have a big, huge milestone today on this very channel. Now, as the title below says, if you read it correctly, some of you can't read. Anyway, today, September the 6th, 2022, marks the 9-year anniversary of this very channel, Killer of Demons 669, which started on this day 9 years ago, 2013. So, happy anniversary to my main channel, my baby, well, not my new baby, Killer of Demons 669. My original baby was Human Killer 99, which disintegrated in 2011 thanks to assholes. But, you know, 9 years on this channel. I've had some highs and lows, but, you know, go through it. Had some pretty good videos. Some have been on NoDQ.com. Not recently, but, yeah, but, you know, I just go with the flow, and you know, whatever views I get, I get. You know, my last SmackDown video, surprising, got up to about 700, almost 800 views. And no, I did not bot that. Just surprisingly went up to 800. Then I have another video that's like at over, I forgot the last check, I think it's like over 1,800. But that was botted by somebody, but that wasn't me, so I don't bot subs, I don't buy subs, unlike other people I know. But in any case, 9 years on this channel, and we're gonna keep going until the wheels fall off, until I decide not to do YouTube anymore. But I'm not getting rid of this channel anytime soon, so, and you can't either. So for all the people who have subscribe to this channel, all 1,229 of you in the span of 9 years, and no, none of them were all bought or anything. I did dabble a little bit in 2015 with the sub for sub, but that was only for like a week. But I didn't get like 1,000 subs in like a week. Most I got was like 75, but what is during that time I kind of dabbled with it, but I didn't want to do it anymore, so. But I don't do it at all anymore anyway. So the 1,229 I do have, most of it's fake subs from fake trolls, but there are real people on my channel. So I'd like to thank everybody that have subbed, that are real subs. like my good buddy Kevin Daddy, and my good buddy Eric Lima, and everybody else that's subbed to my channel that are real fucking people. And, yeah, I'd like to thank the trolls, too, for, you know, upping my sub count and my view count, too, so. Thank you very much, assholes. But it is what it is. And they're probably watching right now. Should be at work, you fucking retards. But it is what it is. That's that. So, thank you for 9 years, and we're gonna keep going. And if you don't like it, well, you know where to go. Spanish Orchard, get the fuck out of here. Whereas Tony D'Angelo says, hey, come here. Hey, my cousin, get in here. Hey, my son. Hey. Tony D'Angelo says, get out of here. I'm the Don of NXT. Watch NXT tonight on the USA Network. Hey. You watch it, I give you a coupon for a chicken parmesan for $2. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, NXT tonight should be interesting. The fallout from Worlds Collide, which wasn't even a pay-per-view. It was just an event to just give everybody that was from NXT UK that had a belt. It's like, hey, give me your belt, bitch. Pretty much now NXT UK is basically gone and done. Goodbye until 2023 when they make NXT Europe, which I still don't understand why they're making that. Why do you get rid of a company, get rid of all the belts, to unify, and then you're putting in a new company in 2023? And guess what? New belts. Makes no fucking sense. But it is what it is. So we'll get to that. Still going on with the whole CM Punk story. Oh, it's getting crazier by the day. Now there may be legal ramifications coming out for this thing with Punk and Kenny and the Bucks, and it's just craziness that there's going to be some legal ramifications going on. And I think CM Punk did get suspended for his little thing at the media scrum. The media thing. But, I mean, does Punk really care? No. You know why he doesn't care? Because he's working us so good. It's a work. He is working us so good to make himself this big, humongous monster heel. So when he faces MJF, he can be a heel and MJF's going to be a baby face. And I hope MJF takes the belt from him either at Grand Slam or at Full Gear. But, yeah, we're going to be going to the end of summer, fall of Punk, if you will. I don't know what they're going to call it. But Punk, you know, he's chirping, and really telling the journalists like Dave Meltzer and Nick Hausman from Wrestling Inc. and all those other idiots, except for Denise Salcido, to basically say, fuck you! By the way, hello to Denise Salcido. How you doing? That's all I gotta say about that. But Punk is working us to the bone. You thought this is real? No. This is a fucking work. Just to get more ratings and get people watching Dynamite every week now. That was the last 2 weeks of over 1 million. Punk's doing something right, I guess. But then again, who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Punk situation. There's some legal ramifications that can come out of this. I mean, Nick Jackson got knocked the fuck out. Got a black eye in between. I haven't seen BTE yet. I mean, it just came out 10 minutes ago. I have to go see it. I have to go watch it after I'm done with this. So if you subscribe to Being the Elite on YouTube, go watch it. It might be an interesting one. So I don't know if what Brandon taped besides, you know, the stuff from All Out. So I don't know if he taped anything from the media scrum or anything like that. Who knows? But I assumed we were going to get BTE a day later because Brandon doesn't put it up on a holiday. among other things he can't put up. You fucking idiot. Shut it up, Brandon, you idiot. Yeah, but he gets paid, so go figure. Anyway, enough about Brandon and BTE and all that stuff. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I hope you're sitting down. I hope you have a cold beverage. I actually do have a cold beverage. You know, I had some Rockstar I finished. Now I got some apple juice I gotta finish. But later on, I might have a cold beer with the missus. But we'll get to that. Anyway, right now, it is time for your late and out-of-date Monday night. Well, I'm sorry. Monday night Raw review for September the 5th, Labor Day edition of Raw 2022 from the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Home of those Chiefs and that bitch Patrick Mahomes, who's not going to have a good season. Fuck you, Kansas City. It's all about the Niners this weekend. Can't wait. Can't wait for football. Got my football review coming later today, so on TSL 32. So check it out. Subscribe to the channel down below. And that's that. Football begins Thursday. Bills and Rams should be a great game. Ozzy Osbourne is gonna be performing at the halftime show. That's the price of admission right there. Fuck the rest of the game, I don't give a shit. But anyway. Alright, so let's get to Monday Night Raw. Let's not waste any more time. That's it. Chat room's wide open if you feel like chatting. If not, get the fuck off and go play with yourself. With your tiny cock. That's why you need Blue Chew, which is our sponsor. Among other things. But anyway, this is the aftermath of Clash of the Castle this past Saturday, which was meh. So we'll see what happens with that. Only advertised match for last night was a Steel Cage Brother match between Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, and The Miz with Tommaso Ciampa at ringside. And yeah, now he got his name. He got his first name back. Now it's known as Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. So we got that. That was the only advertised match. But we had other things on the show to talk about as we are on the road to our next pay-per-view, Extreme Tool, or Extreme Fools, on October the 8th in that shithole known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But it is what it is. We'll talk about that later. Alright, so we start off Monday Night Raw with well, not a bang per se, but we hear the music of Alter Bridge with Metalingus from Alter Bridge, and who comes out to that? It's our good friend. Hey, hide your wives. It's Edge Stain. Edge Stain. You think you know me? You think you know me? You think you know me? So anyway, so he comes out to a meh response, gets in the ring, and wants to talk about Dominic Mysterio. Well, who doesn't these days? Who says he watched growing up, back in the Ruthless Aggression era. He sees Dominic like family, and he's here to help the Mysterios against the Judgment Day. Of course, they won on Saturday. Why not? Even though, and then Edge got rudely kicked in the testicles by Dom. No more kids for you with your wife Beth fucking Phoenix. But I digress. So Edge's like, is it because of that one accidental spear there, Dom? If so, I'm sorry, but what's going on with you, Dom? You know, your dad, Ray, raised you better than that, and I'm a different beast entirely. So he tells Dom, if you think you're a man, then you need to come out here and pay a man's price. So does Dom come out? No, not yet. But we hear the music of Rey Mysterio, booyaka, booyaka. he comes out, but Edge is like, I don't want to talk to you. So he calls out Dom again. And then we hear the music of Rhea Ripley, My Brutality! Yeah, finally heard that music. I miss Ash Costello singing My Brutality, you know. My sweetheart Ash Costello. And yes, we still make a good couple. Anyway, so she comes out looking hot as always. Talks about how Edge and Ray think Dom is just a little bitty boy, but I saw potential in him, and I turned him into a man. I bet you did, Rhea. You gave it to him real good. Ain't that right? Because he's your mommy now. I mean, you're his mommy now, and we all know who his papi is. Eddie Guerrero de Say Latino Heat! Good old Eddie Guerrero. So Rhea says that I made him into a man. And here he comes right now. So Dominic comes out, slick black hair, dressed in black to the T. Look great. So Ray gets on the mic and says, Dominic, stop out of it, Dizzy. So Rhea says, Dominic ain't listening to you anymore. Because, hey, you're not his papi anymore. Edge can't stop his judgment. Well, Rhea says, you can't stop your judgment day, Edge. And then Ray says, I can't be part of this. And he's like, I'm out of here. And then he starts talking to Dom. He's like, what are you doing, S.A.? What is this? I don't want to understand, S.A. I'm your papi, S.A. What the fuck? And Dominic's not even looking at him. Though he might be listening to the Eddie sucks chant. I don't know. What's wrong with you fucking fans? Eddie Guerrero is his papi. We all know that. That's right, I'm his papi. Why are you fans yelling at me? I'm his papi, you fucking pendejos and pendejas, you putos. I mean, it's true. Anyway, so he says something in Dom's ear. Dom doesn't give two shits. Ray goes off to the back. And then he looks as, just looks back. He's like, Ray's think better than that. So Edge tells Dominic, get in the ring. And you knew somebody was going to come out and beat up Edge. So cue Finn Balor and Damian Priest to jump from behind. Beat the fuck out of Edge. And then Ray comes back and tries to help, and Dominic's like, no, you are not my puppy, you are not going to help him. Get out of here. And then Rhea hits him from behind, knocks him out. And then Dominic gives Finn Balor a chair, and they basically go to town on his fucking leg. And then Finn Balor goes up top, they put the leg in the chair, and then Finn hits the coup de grace on the chair, on the Edge's knee, shattering it. So he's going to be off TV for a couple months. Good. So they pulverize his knee. And then Ray somehow gets out of that and comes in to clear things up. But it's too little too late there, Ray. And that's pretty much it. As Judgment Day leaves and they're laughing. And that's pretty much it. So Edge is going to be gone for a couple months. Probably come back at the Survivor Series. But nobody gives two shits. And that's pretty much it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And there you go. Good job, Dom. Good job. Because you know who your papi really is. And your mommy now. I really want to know what Rhea fucking did to him. Oh, shit. I made him into a man. I bet you did. I bet you did. I mean, you're in your 20s. Dom is 25. He came out with slick black hair. He looked like $1 million. Looking like he just fucked Rhea Ripley about 5 times. Holy shit. Surprised when you get the mic saying, hey, she's my mommy now. And no, I'm not freaking being racist about that shit. So if you think I am, fuck you. Because you're racist too. talk about Japanese people and talk about black people. You do not talk about the Japanese people like that. Because I have great friends that are Japanese, and I love the Japanese culture. Because Japan, #1, forever. The way it is. You don't like Japan? Fuck you. Anyway, we'll move on from that. I don't care if you clip that and say, oh, Peter's a racist. Well, you're a racist too, because I have comments that you're being a racist too. So, suck on that, pendejo. It is what it is. Alright, then we go to a video from early in the day where The Miz and Tommaso Ciampa come in, and Sarah Shriver comes up to them, talks to The Miz. Miz really doesn't want to talk about Dexter still, about being in the back of his car as he left last week. He doesn't want to talk about that. He's like, well, why doesn't anybody ever ask how I'm doing? Well, nobody gives two shits how you're doing. So Sarah Shriver was like, alright, you want me to ask? How are you, Miz? And Miz is like, none of your business. Alright, so why'd you ask, moron? Anyway, they walk over, and then we see a car turn upside down. Uh-oh. Dexter's in the house. Causing trouble again. So anyway, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to our first match of the night, a fatal 4-way match to determine a #1 contender for the undisputed tag team titles, which the Usos have. Just remember, like the Usos, like the Prophecy, we the ones. So we had the New Day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They take on the Alpha Academy of the big man Otis and sheesh, thank you, Mr. Chad Gable, as they take on Los Lotharios, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo, and the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford, or as I like to call him, Crime Time 2.0. Anyway, it was a pretty decent match. Nothing really great, but... So whoever gets pinned, faces the Usos. I don't know why the Viking Raiders were not in this match. Anyway, so it starts up with Xavier Woods and Angel Garza. But we have to pause because Garza has to take off his pants. Or to go by pants. Make the mamacitas look at me. Not really flattering, dude. Anyway, Garza tags in Kofi Kingston. So then we see a New Day face-off for the first time in any long time. And then, so we have Kofi and Xavier going at it. And then Xavier lays down so Kofi can steal the pin like a little bitch. Or trying to do a New Age Outlaws 1997. Something like that. And then everybody comes in for the save. And then they're left alone in the ring again. But they don't do, you know, the finger poke of doom again. Then they hit instead they hit running flippy-dippity-doos onto everybody as we're going to break. We come back. Montez Ford kicks his way out of trouble. Tags in Dawkins to clean house. Dawkins then hits his own running flippy-dippity-doo, which leaves Montez Ford to flip out of the American Automatic, whatever that is. So we go back in, and everyone but the Alpha Academy go up top. I thought it was going to be like a humongous double Tower of Doom, but sadly we did not get that. Montez Ford and Woods being slammed out of different corners. And then Humberto Carrillo hits a beautiful moonsault, but only got the raised boots. I forget by who. And then Otis plants Montez Ford for a near fall. It's Kofi made the save. As we go to break, we come back again. Montez Ford throws Otis down, but gets caught on top by the Lotharios. And then Montez Ford takes them out. And then he dives onto Otis, but gets put in the ankle lock by Chad Gable. He was about to tap, and then we hear And then Braun Strowman comes back because he signed a contract over the weekend. Now he's back, and he comes out and just beats the fuck out of everybody and causes a no contest at the 14.5-minute mark. So, we don't get a number one contender, and I don't think we need to. Because whoever faces the fucking the Usos are going to lose anyway. No matter who it is. So yeah, so Braun Strowman comes back. I guess Control Your Narrative is gone. Sucks to be you, EC3. And that's pretty much it. So, I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. But, am I happy Braun Strowman's back? No. I could care less. He's just a filler feud for Roman as we go on to the end of the year. That's it. So after Roman's not going to even be at Extreme Rules. He's taking that pay-per-view off, which he should, because that's a shit pay-per-view anyway. So he's probably going to come back at Crown Jewel 4, November the 5th, in Saudi Arabia, to defend his title against probably Killer Cross. Or maybe Drew in a rematch. I don't know, and I don't care. Win there. Go to Survivor Series. Probably defend the belt against maybe Braun Strowman. Beat him again. And then take the rest of the year off. Come back at the Day 1 Part 2 pay-per-view, January the 1st, 2023. And we'll see who he faces. And then we'll just have to wait for probably Cody Rhodes to win the Royal Rumble. And then he'll lose the belts at WrestleMania 39. Or he loses to The Rock. Which I hope does not happen. I don't want to see The Rock be the unified champion. Fuck The Rock. He's supposed to have 2 matches next year. Which he got a Goldberg fucking contract. So only appear on big shows. So it'll be at WrestleMania 39. Probably the next big one will probably be SummerSlam next year. But who gives a fuck about The Rock? Well, that's it. Alright, so Strowman beats the crap out of everybody, including power slamming Angelo Dawkins to the announcer's table. Did I hit Byron Saxton? Damn. Damn. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. So Braun's back. Nobody gives a fuck. Alright, match number 2, we have a women's tag team match, a non-title match. We have the fake champs, Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez, taking on Nikki Ashhole and Doudrop. Why are they still a team? Go figure, why are they still a team? I don't know. So anyway, this is non-title, and I didn't give 2 shits about the match. So I'm going to get right to the point. 3.5-minute garbage fest of a match. Aaliyah and Raquel win the match after Raquel hits a humongous Tejana bomb, or Chicana bomb, on Doudrop. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. Simple to the point. We did see Damage Control looking on in the back. You know, our good friends, Bailey! Don't give me a hug. Dakota Kai and a beautiful looking Io Sky. Woo. Nice top, black skirt. Makes my dick hard thinking about that. I gotta love Io, my 3rd wife. And we all know my first wife is Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Who we didn't see last night. We sucked. But we all know where she was. In my bedroom. But I digress. Alright, so Raquel and Aaliyah get the win. And we find out that next week, we got a women's tag team title match between Io and Dakota Kai against Aaliyah and Raquel. Please, for the love of God, give it to Io and Dakota when you should have done it 2 weeks ago. Because the referee fucked up. Because Io was the legal woman. So Hunter's going to make up for his mistake, hopefully. If not, you're going to get a humongous rant. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. If they don't win next week, I would say, like, let Io and Dakota walk. Not going to give us the belts? I'm out of here. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, then we go to the back with Megan Moran. With Rey Mysterio saying, I need to talk to Dominic, but I don't want to talk to you. Then he says, I will never put my hands on my own son. No matter what Judgment Day does to me. But tonight, I want to face any member of the team one-on-one. So I was hoping to be Dom versus Ray, but we're probably not going to get that till Extreme Rules, possibly. So he faces Damian Priest later on. Whoop the goddamn do. That's it. I'm not going to touch my son. I don't want to put my hands on my son. I'm not going to fight him, Essay. Because he's not your son, Ray. So you can legally put your hands on him. But then Eddie Guerrero might have to say something about that. You don't put my hands on my son, Ray! You stupid pendejo, pero. Pretty much it. I think the only person who could put their hands on Dom is Rhea Ripley. Because she made him into a man. There you go. I'm scared. Damn impersonations destroy my voice. But it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a look back at Sheamus Fella! And a beautiful performance at Clash of the Castle. Match of the night, match of the summer. Him and Walter beat the fuck out of each other. That's the only good match on the pay-per-view. Sheamus should have won, but still. But still, it's Walter, so. But, he gets a big standing ovation. His back was shot to hell. So we'll see what happens with Sheamus on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. He really now deserves a humongous push. He really does. To a world title? No, but I don't think he'll be the one to beat Roman, like I said. Nobody's going to beat Roman. Roman's going to probably do a Hulk Hogan and hold the belt for 5 years straight. And then they're probably going to cheat his way out the belt, like they did, when Hogan lost to Andre on Saturday Night's Main Event, because Ted DiBiase bought out Earl Hebner, really Dave Hebner. And then I had that stupid tournament, WrestleMania 4, which was ridiculous. And then the Macho Man won the belt, thanks to Hogan. And then that led to WrestleMania 5, which was a great match. The promos were great. Take a look at this, prima donna! Hogan! Oh, yeah. You're a liar, too, Hogan. Be a man, Hogan! Look at that. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we go to the ring. We have Austin Theory coming out, taking a selfie. So he comes out and says things didn't go so well on Saturday. And Crown Jewel, and then Theory's like, just kidding, Clash of the Castle, I know what pay-per-view I was at, was a success. Okay. Anyway, he still says, I'm the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank ever, but unlike everyone else, I keep getting up after being knocked down by a world champion boxer, Tyson Fury. So Theory is glad that Roman is still the champion because we got unfinished business to attend. And then you can't even get half his, he's like, oh, the undisputed. His jaw still hurts and you can't even get his line right. Botch. So that's going to be on Botchmania this week. And the fans like, you botched your line, So then, my good friend and yours, Kevin Steen comes out. Well, Kevin Owens. He comes out, and he wonders, what's wrong with your jaw? And he's like, oh, that's right, you got knocked the fuck out. Or, in his words, KO'd. See what he did? Hey, guess what? You found your name again. So, Owens can't stand delusional people. I can't either. And no one is more delusional than Austin Theory. And what Tyson Fury did to him on Saturday was a good thing. That's a good thing. Because if Theory had cashed in, Drew McIntyre or Roman would have put him down. Obviously. Theory brings up how long it's been since Owens won the belt. 5 years. Owens talks about how he had McIntyre and Roman beat. And the only reason Theory has the briefcase is because I wasn't in the ladder match. So Owens goes into a humongous frenzy. He's like, gets in the ring, he's like, I wonder if a referee comes down and what's going to happen now. It's like, we're going to fight. And you're going to fight me. So let's go. So we got an impromptu match. But I gave the segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then we go to Kevin Owens and Austin Theory, which was a pretty good 17-minute match. Starts out with Theory barreling to the floor. Then he gets run over by the big man. Set up a corner clothesline as we go back in. Then Owens hits the cannonball, which sends Theory back outside. Then KO hits the apron frog splash of doom, crushing Austin Theory. As we go to break, we come back. Owens fights out of a 1905 chin lock. Then he sends Theory face first into the announcer's table. Still didn't hit Byron Saxton. Damn. Come on, hit him. Just for my sake. So I want his job. Anyway. Then we get a backsplash. Hits Theory for a near fall on the inside. But Theory comes back with a rolling dropkick for a near fall. Then back to the 1905 chin lock. As we go to picture-in-picture to see Tyson Fury knocking out Austin Theory on Saturday. So come out of that, KO fights up, forearms away, setting up a series of clotheslines to the floor. Then he swanton to the floor, gets the knees, ow, as we go to another break. Why? We come back again. Owens hits the middle rope swanton, but he gets knocked down again. Theory goes for 8-count down, gets blocked. Owens then nails a super kick, only to be sent to the outside. Theory then sends him hard, into the ring steps. And KO just beats the count at 9.5. So Theory takes Owens back up top. And then Theory gets the swinging superplex of doom. The Fisherman superplex of doom by KO. Then he hits the pop-up powerbomb, which sets up the stunner. 1, 2, 3. KO gets the win. Pretty decent match. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And Austin Theory's losing streak continues. Good. Now, if you can get the freaking briefcase off of him, that would be really nice. But that's pretty much it. And that's it. So KO gets the win, and we will move on. Alright. Excuse me for a second. Anyway, we move on. Alright, then we go to the back where Sarah Schreiber is once again with The Miz and Tommaso Ciampa. Miz still doesn't want to talk about Dexter, but he's cool with the United States title match being inside a steel cage, brother, because he's better than Bobby Lashley one-on-one. I thought he was going to say, I'm better than Bobby Lashley, and you know it, or something like that. Even though MJF's a mid-card Miz, basically. But it is what it is. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. You get that. Then we get a long-ass recap about what happened at Clash of the Castle. Nobody cares. Then we get a video on a soldier who earned the Medal of Honor. Thank you so much for your service, sir. That's a real American. Unlike certain people we know. Anyway, we'll move on from that. So, you know, a little nostalgia for Labor Day. Alright, after that, we get to a promo from Damage Control. Bayley, Io, and Dakota Kai. They come out looking hot. Bayley brags about their win at Clash of the Castle against Bianca, Asuka, and Lexi. And Bayley says, imagine what we can do to the rest of the women's division. So Io gets on the mic, broken English, but I can understand it. She promises to take the tag titles next week because Dakota Kai wasn't legal last week. Io was smart. Bayley wants Bianca Belair as well, so on cue, Bianca Belair, she comes out with her hairs, like with her hairs, right? Bianca Belair. So Bianca's like, you want to do it? Let's do it right now. So Bayley's like, no, because I don't work on Labor Day. Who does? But for now, all we're doing is celebrating that I beat you. Yeah! There you go. So Bianca remembers it took 3 women to beat her, but I still have the Raw Women's Championship for now. So Bayley is in control of nothing. So Damage Control heads to the floor. Bayley says she has nothing to prove to Bianca. She'll take the title when she wants to, and promises to get it one way or another. So maybe that's a threat from Io and Dakota Kai. I don't know. But I think Bayley will get the belt back. Thank the Lord. And then Io and Dakota will get the tag belts next week. So Damage Control will be in full control of the women's division by Survivor Series. There you go. So, goodbye to your reign there, Bianca. Because Bayley's going to be in control. Which she should be. Because Bianca's reign as champ is boring as fuck. And Io and Dakota Kai should have won the belts, last week. We have to wait another week for them to get the belts. It is what it is. Anyway, so let's see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a long look at Drew McIntyre's epic entrance at Clash of the Castle with Broken Dreams playing, which is great to hear. I miss that theme. It's a great theme. It is. He should always use it, not use that crappy theme he uses now. But I digress. So we'll move on from there. Alright, then we get a video from Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling. He's glad to be back. But then Austin Theory comes in and says that you've been talking behind my back, since you got back. So he calls him Johnny Talking. Johnny Gargano says, that's not true, but I'm back in the ring next week. So there you go. So Johnny Gargano's, I guess, Raw re-debut is next week. Probably facing a jobber like Drew Gulak. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that. Guess we move on. Damn, I didn't know that hole in this freaking shirt. Great. Anyway, so that's next week. And we'll move on from there. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on. Alright, then we go to Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. Nothing great. Finn Balor is at ringside. And then later on, Rhea Ripley and Dom come out. So Rey goes right after Damian to start, but has to escape south of heaven. Then a big boot drops Rey, and then a running shoulder to the ribs makes it even worse for Rey, as Damian Priest was just beating the fuck out of him. Goes to another charge, hits the ring post. Ow. Rey then hammers away as hard as he can, not really doing much damage. Then a springboard spinning crossbody lets Rey fire up with some more right hands to face. But Damian gets in a few shots to take over again. But Rey drop kicks him to the floor, but gets dropped again as the rest of Judgment Day came out. Like I said, Rhea Ripley and Dom. As we go to break, we come back. Rey fights out of a 1905 chinlock, sending Damian outside for more kicks. Go back in. Rey hits a lion salt. Well, that's going to piss Jericho off. Followed by a spinning DDT for... hits a spinning DDT for a breather. Get some space. Goes to a 619, gets countered. Damian kicks Rey in the face again. They get back up. Rey tries for another 619, only to be cut off by Dominic. Gets on the apron, and Rey's like, "Why, Dom? Why?" Dom's like, I don't give a shit. And then that distraction leads to Damian hitting south of heaven. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win in 13.5 minutes. And there you go. Damian Priest gets the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Rhea Ripley says that Dominic is ready to get rid of Edge next week. Interesting. If Edge can even walk. But we'll see what happens with that. So Dominic versus Edge next week on the program. And we'll move on from it. Alright, then we get a look back at what Braun Strowman did to the tag team division. Again, we have to see it again. Then we see Strowman leaving the, well, looks like he was about to leave the arena. But the, I guess the interviewer stopped him, or the cameraman stopped him and said, hey, where are you going? So Strowman says, I'm back, nobody is safe. And he says, see you on Friday Night SmackDown. I'm like, oh, great. So I'll probably have a segment with Roman and Drew, possibly Killer Cross, and Braun Strowman. Roman doesn't give two shits. He'll probably beat all four of them. Fatal four-way match if he has to. Because he the one. But we'll move on. So we'll see what happens with Braun Strowman on Friday Night SmackDown. That's it. Alright, then we get a look back at Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle from Clash of the Castle, where Seth Rollins beat Riddle up. Hit not one, but two stomps. The second one, a super curb stomp off the top rope, which is nice. So Seth gets the win there. And then we see post-match comments from Riddle, who says, I let my emotions get to me, and blah, blah, blah. And I want a rematch as soon as possible. So then we see Sarah Schreiber go up to Rollins as he was leaving the arena. Says, hey, Riddle wants another match. So Rollins is proud of himself. And kind of like, oh, you know, Riddle showed a lot of, you know, fight and everything. And he says, as far as a rematch, nope, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Whatever that may be. And that's it. So I gave all that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening for the United States title inside a steel cage, brother. So we had The Miz with Tommaso Ciampa at ringside, taking on the almighty Bobby Lashley. So, I think it was a pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. But before we get in the cage, we get the big time intros, and then Miz jumps him before the bell. They go to the floor, and Miz didn't win the match because the match didn't start yet. Lashley is double teamed for a while, and then Lashley's arm is crushed with the steps. Ow! As we go to break before the match actually happens, we come back, and now we're in the cage. We're going in progress. Miz covers Lashley for a near fall. He stomps away and hits the yes kicks for a near fall as well. Lashley then gets all fired up, hits a swinging neck breaker, then sends Miz into the cage a few times. And of course, no blood. Tries to go for the spear, which sends Miz bailing for the door, but even Tommaso Ciampa's assistants couldn't even get him outside for the win for the title. Lashley then sends Miz again into the cage a few more times. Miz goes for the bad arm to block the hurt lock. And that's enough to send Lashley up the cage to try to escape. But Ciampa swats him down with a chair, which is legal. Miz gets back up with a running knee for a near fall as we go to break. We come back. Lashley fights out of a crossface, not a Chris Benoit crossface. And takes Miz up for a top rope superplex for a near fall. Goes for the spear. Miz avoids it, sends Lashley into the cage. Ow. Sets up for the skull-crushing finale. He hits it, but Lashley kicks out at 2. They get back up. Lashley goes for the door, but has to knock Ciampa down, which allows Miz to slam the door on Lashley's head over and over and over again. Ow. Miz tries to escape, but Dexter Lumis crawls out from underneath the ring. How did he get there? I don't know. And that makes Miz climb back in, and Lashley hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. He retains the United States title in just under 14 minutes. And there you go. So match was alright. Not a great steel cage match. I've seen way better. But I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Lashley is still your United States champion in 14 minutes. And then after the match, Dexter Lumis climbs into the cage. Miz tries to leave through the door. Lashley shuts the door and locks it. And then Lumis chokes Miz out with a silencer. And Miz is knocked out. He's out. He's gone. And then Dexter pats his little head. He's stroking his little head. I like that. But, you know, nighty-night Miz. And that ends the show. And that's it. So that ends Monday Night Raw was a meh show, so I gave it a meh 6 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below if you wish. Don't forget to stick that like button right up the wazoo. And subscribe to my channels, like I said, down below, including this one. And once again, thank you for 9 years on this channel. Gonna keep going. 9 more years to go. Or more, who knows. But thank you all for 9 years on this channel. We're gonna keep going until we don't feel like doing it anymore. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you feel like it, if you dare. If I feel like friending you or following you on those great social media pages. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And please, for the love of God, hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. And if you do, well, fuck you. And that's pretty much it. So that's all I got to say about that. So once again, Raw gets a 6 out of 10. Pretty decent, not great. But we'll see what happens on SmackDown this Friday night. We got Braun Strowman making his SmackDown return. See what happens with him and Roman and Drew and everybody else on SmackDown. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget tonight, NXT 2.0, the fallout from Worlds Collide. So see Braun Breaker, the unified NXT World Champion. We got Mandy Rose, the unified Women's Champion. Probably see the Yes Boys, Pretty Deadly, the unified Tag Team Champions. See where they go. And much more tonight on NXT 2.0. And there you go. And then tomorrow night, a much anticipated edition of Dynamite. See what happens with Punk and MJF. We're going to hear from MJF on the show. See if he lays a major pipe bomb or whatever he's going to do. Also, we got Death Triangle taking on the Best Friends. Give me a hug. In a trios match. See what happens with the Elite, Kenny and the Bucks. After they won the trio styles, where they're going to go. And much more tomorrow night on Dynamite from Buffalo, New York. Gene. And that's pretty much it. So that's all I got to say about that. I will be back later today on TSL 32 with my football review for this season. So check it out on TSL 32. Link to the channel down below. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'm out of here. I'm going to do some other things, get my lunch, and then I'm going to probably take a nap with the missus. And you wish you knew what you were doing. But that's all I got to say about that. So I'm about to lose my voice, so I'm going to grab a drink and then do some other things this afternoon. And I'll be back later on, like I said, on the Shadow Slayer channel with my NFL preview for 2022. So stick around, there's more to come. So thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookout. And if you're not down with that, you stupid sons of bitches, you know who you are. If you're not down with that, well, too bad. Because we're the Prophecy, the greatest thing since you and everything else. And if you're not down with us, well, we don't care because we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. And just remember, we're the Prophecy. We the ones. And special shout out to my demon assassin, my demon bride, Rosemary, wherever you may be. And that's all I got to say about that. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Until next time. Peace. Ha!